I just went to the meat market, the processor, and picked up our deer. So I'll use our handy dandy knife. Okay. Here we go. So we got some deer patties. We got 5 of the chorizo. And it should be 5 of the dry sausage. Pretty good. Time to fire up that smoker. Y'all aren't gonna believe what just happened. Plumbing inspector just came out and we passed. Finally got their ducks in a row over there at the plumbing company. We got our plumbing inspection pass, and it is time to do some bagging. So for those of you that didn't pay attention in school, today we're gonna be using some of that knowledge that you could have learned about calculating the driveway slope. In this municipality, we can't be above 14%. Technically we can because we're in a gated neighborhood with private streets, but for general purposes, you don't want more than a 14% slope on your driveway. In our case, we don't have to have an approach or anything, again, because we're in a gated neighborhood with private streets. So what we're gonna do is, from this point right here, we're gonna have that be our 0 point. In my case, I use what's called a CompuLevel, and we zero this guy out, and it's at 0. So now we know our curb is at 0, and now the house is gonna sit back about 18 feet from the street. So coming back to about right here, this red pin is the height of our foundation, the finished floor without any sort of a drop in the garage. So we're right at 24 inches. So 18 feet is about 216 inches. Take our 24 inches and we divide that by 216 with the whole rise overrun thing. And that gives us about, what was it, 10.6%. So we're well under, even if we don't drop the garage at all. But I think in our case, we're gonna drop it 5.5 inches. That's gonna get us down to about 8%, or I think it might have been closer to 9, but either way, 8 or 9% slope on our driveway. But the bigger thing is, that's gonna save us some money in concrete. The house is a 2-story. The owners are already planning on having steps inside the house. Us adding one small step, a 5.5 inch step from the house down to the garage isn't gonna affect them at all. So we'll drop the garage 5.5. We're gonna drop the front porch 5.5. And then I'm just gonna keep the back patio. I'm gonna keep that at 1.5 inch drop. And the reason I'm doing that is because this corner is 12 inches. That corner is only 18. I don't want to drop it too much. I want to have enough so that I can still get my grade going, get water out of here, that sort of thing. So 1.5 inches back here, 5.5 everywhere else for our drops. We have some unwanted guests at our house. I've been noticing a black squirrel, or a rock squirrel, and it has been crawling in underneath my foundation. I've got pier and beam, and that little booger's been climbing in there, and I can hear it underneath the house actually like scratching and clawing. So we are going to set up a trap, and I've got some really good traps. These are a brand called Coro, and they are, look them up, they're awesome. I probably need to treat this with something, get rid of the rust, but these things will definitely mess you up. So we'll bait this thing with maybe some peanut butter or something and see what we can do. All right, so I got the trap set right there with some cookie butter. And there's our hole. Buenos dias, senores. About goddamn time. We got some baggers over here, folks, and they think they're gonna be done today. This is good because we're gonna have fill dirt for our rough fill with this material. Right now, these guys, off of the foundation engineer's plan, they are bagging it up accordingly. You don't have to have the foundation engineered, but I do it on every single house. What they're doing is, the foundation engineer gives us a plan, and they tell us how many, essentially, little squares and size of the squares, that sort of stuff, that we need to have in this foundation. And they tell us exactly where to place them, the measurements, how deep we need to dig these beams, that sort of stuff. So these guys are doing that right now. You can see they've covered up our sewer tap, covered up all the pipes that the plumber's bedded in. So we're looking real good. I've got cables coming tomorrow morning. The cable labor guy that's actually going to be installing the cables, I believe he's going to come over tomorrow midday, actually install the cables. Then in a couple days, I'll get the foundation engineer to actually come out and verify that we built the foundation according to plan. A lot of people don't know this. Whenever you build a foundation, it's not the foundation company that gives you your warranty. They might give you a warranty, you know, say 1 year on like your underpinning. That'll crack off in a few years. But anyways, they don't give you your foundation warranty. It's the foundation engineer that actually gives you your warranty. So they come out and they say, yeah, they built it exactly like I designed it, and it was my design. And so he verifies that, gives you a letter that says it's okay to pour, and then he's the one that actually gives you your 10-year structural warranty on your slab. I feel kind of bad. These guys, they asked me if their only request was that I get them a porta potty over here. Guy was like grabbing his stomach when he was asking. I feel bad. There's a gas station like within walking distance of here, but I haven't gotten a porta potty out here because there are a bunch of homeless people that live in this area, and they've been coming over here and actually like eating around the foundation. There's all sorts of like food trash and other stuff, but I've seen them walking around here even though we've got it gated and everything. So I'll go ahead and get them a porta potty, but I have a feeling that we're gonna have some issues with this porta potty. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but you can kind of see a little bit of a dust line right here and then going that way. And they just measure off of the end of the form, mark where their corner is going to be, and then they put a bunch of dust so that they know where to go and actually form this thing up. But there is a lot of handwork that's involved in bagging. You see there's one guy that's throwing it in there, another guy holding it. Fold it over, stack some base on top, and then just keep layering it like that, and then that's how you get all the layers. But it starts out as just a big pile, and then they hand work it in. Okay, same day, a little bit after lunch. You can see the progress we got. They're about halfway. I apologize for the wind noise. So they got, looks like 2 more pads up here, and then this section, and they said they're gonna be done today. I got the cables being delivered tomorrow morning, and then the cable guy will probably start tomorrow as well, if not Saturday. It's all the same. We're gonna get our water lines, slab ground, any floor plugs that we're gonna have, get all that stuff installed, get the engineer out here and get him to do his inspection, make sure that we built it according to his plan, and then we'll probably pour. Today is Thursday. We'll probably pour by the following Thursday. It's now the next day. Baggers got all finished up yesterday. Again, I apologize for the wind. Baggers are completely done. I got the finisher on his way out. He'll estimate how many yards of concrete we're gonna need for the pour. Right now, I have the pour tentatively set up for next Wednesday. On Monday, I'm gonna have the electrician out here, the plumber out here to do the slab water. The electrician's gonna do our floor plug. He's gonna set a T-pole, a temporary meter pole, and he's gonna do the slab bond wire. So we'll get all that stuff done on Monday, and then I'm trying to get a hold of the form setter to come close off these headers now. Get him out here, hopefully this weekend. We'll have all that stuff done on Monday. Then I'll get the foundation engineer out here to actually come and inspect the work that we did. Make sure it's all done according to his design. He can sign off on it. I'm a little disappointed. We have about 70 extra yards of base material, and 70 yards of extra base material translates to almost $1,500 in material that's just sitting here. I'll be able to use it on another house, but I really don't want to have to take it. We're getting ready to start another house right here across the street. I don't want to have to haul all this stuff from here across the street and have a skid steer going back and forth across the street. So hopefully I can get another house going over on this side of the road, And then that way we're not tearing up the streets. But the gravel guy was way off on his estimate. He said about 200 yards, and I thought that sounded like a little much, but he seemed pretty sure. But instead of 200 yards, we really only needed about 130. All right, cable guys are here. They are getting the poly put on. The cable should be here in about 30 minutes, and then they'll get that stuff going. Stinking form setter, no clue where he is. He's supposed to be here to close off these headers. So that's what we're working with right now. Just trying to get the form setter back out here, keep this thing rolling. We're back over here at Will's. We're gonna go see some, I honestly don't even know who we're gonna go see, but we're going to the rodeo. And Will said he was gonna wash this yesterday. And guess what? Y'all are not gonna believe it. You won't believe it. He didn't do it. Do it. Come here, come here. Form setter came through. Got them all closed up. We got our 5.5-inch drop here in the garage with the mechanical storage area. 5.5 at the front porch, 1.5 inch at the back porch. I didn't think that the form setter was actually gonna make it out, but he did. On schedule for today, we got the plumber and the electrician. They're both gonna get all their slab stuff finished. I got the pour tentatively set up for Thursday. We're supposed to be getting rain here the next few days. So I figure we'll get the electrician and plumber over here today, finish up their stuff. Then we will have our foundation engineer inspection tomorrow. Assuming that passes, we'll be good to go to pour. So tomorrow, Tuesday, skip a day on Wednesday because of the potential for rain. And then concrete trucks are tentatively set up for this coming Thursday. Those of you that are in construction know all about this, but some of y'all may not. Job site cleanliness, that is the #1 thing that anybody, doesn't matter if they're dumb or smart, they can tell if a job site's clean or not. This is a nice clean job site. I've been holding off on getting the dumpster because of the amount of activity that we have out here in the neighborhood. There are a lot of people that'll just come and throw stuff out on the lots. I'm trying to avoid being the trash department for everyone that's coming through here. I probably need to get it out here before long. Need to get a porta potty also. I've been putting that off as well, but I think it's about time. So here maybe by Thursday I'll get all that stuff so that the guys pouring will have facilities and everything. They won't have an excuse as to why the place is dirty. I am a little bit concerned about pouring because we are supposed to get a lot of rain. This is all going to turn to mud, and what that means is we're going to have concrete trucks with fully loaded 10 yards of concrete in them. They're going to be driving over all that stuff and then tracking mud all the way out of the neighborhood. I got to get a game plan together, but I'm thinking I'm just going to have somebody come out over the weekend. We pour Thursday. I'll have them come out on either Friday or Saturday and sweep the streets with a skid steer and a broom. This stinking squirrel just keeps eating the stuff off of the little trigger. So I need to set the trigger a little lighter or something, but I feel like it's on the border of the lightest it can be. I'm gonna get this squirrel.